Hello, good morning. Elaine here. Okay, just thought I would do a wee short video this morning just because I have a doll, you know, been working on one and I have it sort of at a stage where maybe I thought I would show you how to put the arms on, okay? So, right, here's my doll, all right, another NHS doll, all right, now I have the feet on. I'll show you sometime how to put the feet on, but I have the feet on, the tunic on, okay? And you see with the tunic, when I sew it on, I only really sew it round the neck. I sort of catch it there and catch it there, and I run a running stitch round the neck and pull it in, okay? And then the only other place where it's attached, if you look, you can put your finger up there, the only other place that it's attached is at each side, and that's because that's where I'm going to put the arms. All right, so you don't need to overly attach. Because the arms are going to be sewn on top of this tunic, if I didn't attach it there and there, it would mean the arms would be flying about and it wouldn't be secure enough, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the arms, and I've knit my arms already. There we are. And of course, when you sew them up, there's all my bits. Like, when you sew them up, you sew them up right side together. That's sort of obvious, I know. But very basic that. But sometimes, people they don't do that. They sew it up the other side together. But so you turn them inside out, and there's your arm knit and ready to go. And I have one that I've already stuffed, so you get a bit of stuffing in, all right, and you have it. And it's just like you don't close it at the top. You don't close it over or anything like that. You leave it open at the top. It's like if you were a knitter and you knit jumpers, it's like putting a sleeve in. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to present my arm to my body, right? And I sort of have to decide where it's going to be, and that's about right for me. All right, and I've got my tail because I always leave tails when I'm casting on and restarting. I always leave a couple of tails, and for the tails then they're handy for sewing up. Okay, so it's just the way I do it. Everybody has their own method, I suppose. Anyway, here we are. So I'm going to present my arm to my body. I don't want to overstuff it either, because if you overstuff it, the arms sort of stick out from the side. So you want the arms to sort of come down to the side, be a wee bit natural from the shoulder. You don't want them to be stuck out. So I present the arm first of all, decide it's in the right place, and I'm going to stitch the arm to the tunic just at the neck, and I'm going to start by stitching at the top. I'll show you in a wee tick, so it's at a place. It's in there. All right. So there's my arm so far. Right. So I've stitched it across there. Right. So now it's not going to go anywhere. So now I have to get the rest of the arm stitched down. So I face the doll towards me. All right. If I turn it around to let you see, I face the doll towards me, and I start stitching down here. All right. So that's the next part. It just means if you put it on at the top, if you have it attached at the top in the right place, then it means that it'll be easy to do this, because it's not going anywhere. You've already attached it, so it's not going to be falling off or any of the rest of it. Okay, I was watching over my video about the hair last night, and I thought, boy, I can fairly talk. Yeah, I don't even need to have people in the room with me. I can talk to myself. Is that a sign of madness? Anyway, I've stitched down there, And now I'm going to come underneath the arm and go up the back side of it. Okay, so that's what we do. And just make sure that the arms are nice and secure whenever you're putting any pieces on a doll. Some people buy them to give the children, these dolls, you know, so you have to be aware of health and safety, and make sure all your pieces are well secured on, you know, that they're not going to come off, that some child's going to put it in their mouth or something, you know. Children have a habit of putting things in their mouths when they're small, and you would hate if a part of your doll choked the child. So you have to really, really be careful, especially if the doll is going to a young person. Okay, so it has to be secured on, and even if you're doing you know, bows in their hair or anything, you know, all those should be actually stitched down, not left loose, you know. So you have to, that's one thing nowadays, everybody's very health and safety conscious, but you know, that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. Okay, now I have my arm, now have my first arm on, and I'm going to finish it off, do you remember, with my anchor stitch that I talked about and all my other, because that just makes sure that it's not going to go anywhere. So I do a stitch, all right, and then I bring my needle through the loop and I give it a good pull, and then I tend to put my needle through and bring my tag out. And you could, if you bring it out, you know, opposite, let me see, you know, at the other side, it'd be under an arm, so you're not even going to see where you snip it off. I'll show you now. So I'm going to bring it out, my excess, you see that? So my arm's on there. I've done an anchor stitch, and then I'm going to bring this bit of wool out here, all right? So that arm will definitely not go anywhere. This is a bit of wool that I've left from sewing it up, and that'll be my nose whenever I get to doing that part. So that's my first arm on. I'm going to snip off the wee bit at this side, and there's me ready with my first arm. So now we go for the second arm. So a bit of stuffing. Now I like to use good stuffing, you know. People have said to me, oh, you know, you just use the cheapest or whatever, or you just use second-hand pillows and wash them. Ooh, no, you don't. You should always use brand new stuffing. Now you can buy big bags of like polyester stuffing in the craft shop. You can do that. I've actually found, I suppose I shouldn't really give an advertisement here, but there's a shop I go to, and it's called Julian Charles, I think it is. Anyway, it's like they sell bedding and pillows and that sort of thing. Okay, and they every now and again when we go up to and walk past this shop, and they have offers on pillows. So I can, when I see them on offer, and they're about £10, then £9 sometimes, but £10 for 2 pillows, and they're good quality, and they're nice and soft, and they're just what I like for to do my stuff. And I've actually, with all this lockdown, there's a friend of mine called Anna Thompson. Okay, and Anna very kindly, before the lockdown, brought me up some craft materials, because she knows I do crafts, and she brought me this huge bag of stuffing, and I thought, oh, happy days, this will do me for a year. And would you believe it, because I've been doing so much knitting with being stuck indoors, I've been doing an awful lot of knitting, been making these NHS dolls, and actually I've nearly made £700, and it's going to a fundraising group. But anyway, thanks to Anna, her big bag of stuffing stuffed every one of them. So very grateful to Anna. I know we're through craft fairs and things. Don't know if she'll be watching this, but she's a very nice person. Likes Elvis. Anyway, here you go. So I'm going to go with my second arm. Put on my second arm, and same way, I'm going to first of all attach it along the top in the right position, right? And you want your arms to sort of match. You don't want one arm up and one arm down. Now, if you're doing a doll with long hair, you won't actually see this. If it's stitched not great, you won't see it. And I actually stitch things quite tightly, you know. I've seen people who make dolls and they're sort of very loose about how and I like my dolls stuffed well, you know, with plenty of stuffing in it, good stuffing. No second-hand cushion pillows, please. Because remember, these dolls are going to people, you know. In my case, I'm selling them, and you know, you wouldn't want to be selling them anything with second-hand stuffing or even bad stuffing, you know. The stuffing's important. I'll show you in a minute how I get the stuffing in. Now, it's not just a matter of putting it in. Get a big lump of stuff in it and you shove it in and you end up with a big lump in your doll. So you need to be able to spread it out and tease it out. And I know this is all pretty basic stuff. I know there are people watching this and they're going, in the name of goodness, your woman, she's telling her granny how to suck eggs, as we would say. Anyway, so I apologise to all those people who think that, but anyway, there are a lot of knitters out there, or beginners, and everybody has to learn, everybody has to start somewhere, so especially when you're making toys, you know, so it's nice to be able to pass on some wee tips. Now, like I've sewn my arm, second arm's on, and it's in the right place. It's about even, and then I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to bring it out, whereas I did my anchor stitch. I'm going to bring it out at the neck under there and just do another anchor stitch. Now that arm won't go anywhere, it's not going to fall off or anything, and you'll not see, it might be a bit lumpy there, but because the hair's going to come down, you're not going to see, nobody's going to see that. So that's my arms. Now, that's my arms for this doll. I will show people how to get the feet in. I put a bit of cardboard in the feet so that my dolls actually stand, okay, which is nice because, you know, they're not lying around, they're standing up. So that's the arms. I haven't yet got the pocket and the collar on this doll and the hair, and then I put a wee banner on which says NHS, this particular one. I did a care worker one, which was nice, and then put the girl's name on it and brought, instead of NHS, I embroidered the girl's name on it, and then I put 2020 in the banner because, you know, she worked for a care home. Anyway, so that's that. Now I'll show you my stuffing. Here's a big clump of this stuffing that Anna kindly gave to me and has come to very good use. Actually, only for her. I don't think I could have made as much money because stuffing can be expensive. Anyway, when you get a clump of stuffing like that, okay, now what you need to do is you need to pull it all out, sort of like tease it all out and put it together again. And that just keeps it from going into big lumps, because you don't want lumps. So there you go. Nothing more to say today. Thank you very much. I might do a quick one after this on, I was thinking twisted cords. I don't know if people want to know about that, but I'll put it on. You never know, somebody might. It was very nice talking to you, and keep safe. Okay, bye.